following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now your hosts,
Barry Church, Danny McCray, and Newy Scruggs.
It is the Players Lounge, moved from the time slot of 12:30 Central Standard Time to 1:30 just for 2 days. We're doing a switch of shows this week, so we continue to have players on the team. We continue to have two undrafted former Dallas Cowboys a part of the Players Lounge.
Good one.
Instead of Danny McCray and Barry Church, we have three-time Super Bowl champion Nate Newton. We have Super Bowl champion Everson Walls here.
Fake.
Rings the ring,
With
baby.
the Giants, is that what it is?
I didn't say a word. I just said fake. Why did the word fake spur something like that?
Ring. I am merely Newy Scruggs. This is the Players Lounge brought to you by Hotels.com. Gentlemen, this team is 5-1.
That's right.
And
The Rams?
I wanted to point out and get your thoughts because they're on Tuesdays and then usually on Wednesdays everybody has theirs up. But I just saw power rankings today. So I looked over ESPN's power rankings and they've got Arizona number 1, Buffalo 2.
Still Buffalo number 2. Go ahead.
The Rams 3, Tampa Bay 4, Dallas weighs in at 5. The Washington Post came out with their top their power rankings. They've got Green Bay 1, Tampa Bay 2, Arizona 3, the Rams 4, Baltimore at 5, Dallas 6.
Green Bay 1.
ProFootballTalk.com and NBC has their power rankings, and they've got Arizona 1, Tampa Bay 2, Baltimore 3, the Rams 4, Green Bay 5, Buffalo 6, Dallas 7.
They just hate to put us up there, don't they? We always part of the also ran.
So what's your thoughts? ESPN, Cowboys 5, Washington Post, Cowboys 6, NBC Pro Football Talk, Cowboys 7.
We sitting about right. We sitting about right.
Not at 7.
We sitting about right. 5, 6, 7. We sitting
Not
about
at
right.
7. No, man.
Poised to come up off of this break and just run through some folks.
See, he don't want to.
No.
He wants us to stay.
No.
Don't poke the bear type of thing. So you
Everson.
don't really want to.
No, it took me
We're
it took
better
me
than
25
5.
years to pronounce your name. No Everson. We are ready. You looking at number 1 homer in the world. Never picked the Cowboys to ever lose. Even last year, I was 16-0. They added a game. I'm 17-0. We are poised, my friend, because now these coaches going to break down this film. They're going to really see how our defense is playing. Mm-hmm. We ain't getting nobody back of significance, no more than Dorrance Armstrong probably to get back. It gives Coach McCarthy.
D-Law's coming back.
Yeah, we get Coach McCarthy. We don't need him back just yet. We get Coach McCarthy and Kellum to get together and really tweak this thing a little bit so we can make this run. Because once we become number 1, number 2, number 3, you don't want to fall off of it. You don't want to fall. We're in the right spot because Arizona is dangerous. The Rams, the Green Bay is dangerous.
But don't be afraid to be better than 5.
No.
You sound like you're saying, well,
we're not there
yet. We want to be poised.
We're not there yet.
We're not better than 5. We're not 4.
No, we're not there yet.
We're not 4
because you cannot tell me in your heart of hearts, 100%, that right now these teams on a neutral field that Dallas can bust them up. See, I want 100%. I will bust you up. Go through that first one again for me, Mr. Newy.
Okay. That's the best one. The first one.
The ESPN one has it Arizona 1, Buffalo 2.
No.
The Rams 3, Tampa Bay 4, Dallas 5.
That's the best. That's the best one, and they sitting at the best spot right there.
Yeah, but see, that's the scenario you're looking at.
No, which one of those teams that you think Dallas will bust up right now?
First of all, I just want to win. I think we can beat all of them. I'm not trying to bust them up and blow them out. You're not going to blow any of those guys out. What I'm looking at is you've got a Rams team that tanked a game. You've got Buffalo that tanked a game. The Cowboys didn't tank a game. They got beaten by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Cowboys could be 5-0, 6-0 right now. You're telling me that's not the case. They could be 6-0 right now.
Could you give me those first four guys again? There's Mr. Scruggs.
All right. In the ESPN poll, it's Arizona, Buffalo, Rams at 3, Tampa Bay 4, Dallas 5. Now, here's the interesting one. It's the Washington Post, where they've got Green Bay at 1.
That's crazy.
Tampa Bay at 2. Arizona, who's undefeated, they have only at 3. Rams 4, Ravens 5, Dallas at 6. Green Bay.
They're basing theirs off quarterback.
That's right. Personalities. They're based off of personalities at the quarterback. That's true.
I'm just trying to tell you something.
Cincinnati had Green Bay beat. Cincinnati's kicker just couldn't get the job done.
Bro.
Stop with that.
So you look at all of those games. There could have always been some type of scenario where, all of those teams could have had a
Green
worse
Bay got
record,
worked over by the
including
Lords.
us, Nate. Yes. So that's why I say I'm not worried about busting them up. I know that any one of those teams
let me
we
get
could beat
busting
at
up.
any time.
Busting up to me is whether you win by 100 or whether you win by 1, you got busted up. So it's the same
what you're
to
saying
me.
is you want to show a particular dominance in that game.
I want to, yes, sir. These teams that you have spoken in at ESPN, these teams right now has, I think, both sides of the ball a little bit better than us. You know, both sides.
Both sides.
Yeah, defense. I'm telling you, man, you can't tell me at this point you had the Cowboys at 5-1. Did you have? See, I'm the only one that had them at 6-0. I'm the only one.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to tell you is they are in the right place at the right time to do some big damage. Now you what in 3 weeks? Because especially with the schedule we got,
change,
no, things ain't gonna change for the Cowboys.
Well, I'm just saying,
the Cowboys at 9 games, the Cowboys should be 8-1.
I can live with the ESPN one, the Washington Post one.
That's
First
a quarterback deal.
Yeah.
Green Bay 1 overall, I just say absolutely not. Because if you had Dallas face Green Bay right now, I would take the Cowboys.
I would too.
And then to have an undefeated Arizona team at 3.
Where you playing at? You playing at home, right?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Not this team. I'm with you, Newy.
Don't matter.
Not this team. Not this squad.
You ain't going to Green Bay.
This ain't.
You ain't going out with Aaron Rodgers.
What's Dak's record up there at Green Bay?
I don't know.
1-0.
I don't know, but not with Aaron.
What is rookie year there? What is rookie year there?
It ain't been since. But I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers, no sir. Come on, next one.
He's already
Now
been.
you going on personalities?
No. Yeah, you right.
Why can't you blame them for putting them at number 1 then?
I'm not blaming them. I say they did that because I'm just giving you the reason, Everson.
I know the reason.
Or should I call you Cubby so we won't get into a fist fight?
Yeah, you call me Everson. It's like you're too proper.
So I'm looking at the Washington Post, number 1 of Green Bay, and I'm just no. And then to disrespect Arizona by having 3.
Right.
Arizona's shown you they're a good football team, and to go into Cleveland without your head coach and
that's an excuse to lose.
I mean, they knocked
an excuse to lose. And
they just knocked the Browns in their mouth. They sat up there, hurt the quarterback. You got your number 2 running back, Kareem Hunt. They put him out the game. I mean, they put it on him.
Yeah,
they gave him that work.
The same way the Cowboys be putting it on people.
I understand all this. And
so the Washington Post
and Newy, y'all know, we all know. In December, them same teams we naming right now ahead of the Cowboys going to be the same one we talking about making this run. Y'all know it.
That's fine, but October 19th, here on a Tuesday, October 19th, I'm looking at this and I'm looking at this and I just don't get Green Bay at 1. Now, Pro Football Talk, they had the Cowboys ranked the worst at 7. And they went Arizona 1, which I believe that's where they should be at 6-0. They have Tampa 2, Baltimore 3. That's the one I shake my head on, and I just say
Baltimore.
Yes.
Why?
Because you've got Ronnie Stanley now, who's out. Excellent tackle.
Right.
Ronnie Stanley's out for the year. I don't think that team with just Lamar Jackson alone and no other, in my opinion, good running backs can beat the Cowboys. I don't think they can beat them.
And I'm just looking at consistency. I think
Lamar is all world.
We're as consistent.
How much in this league, and you guys have played it, how much can you keep putting on Lamar Jackson as he's starting to lose offensive linemen? And I forgot the one kid they brought out. He came out, had a good game, and he's kind of slowed back down. I think what Lamar's doing is sensational.
Can we look at their record?
But I don't think.
Can we look at? Can we pull that up? What are the next 3 or 4 games? Because that is huge
for Baltimore.
Yes, sir, for Baltimore. Can we look that up? Because if they playing some twiddling Dix teams, they can get help.
We are playing some so-called weak teams.
The schedule for Baltimore here is really good. So they get Cincinnati, then a bye week, then they get Minnesota, then they're at Miami, they're at Chicago before they go back to face Cleveland.
That's 2 losses. I see.
That's favorable, man. What are they now?
That's 3-2.
They 5-1 right now?
Yeah.
So, come on, man. If you get to 9 games, which is the new halfway point, 9 games, and you sitting at 6 games, and even 5-4, you are set up to make a run on the second half of the season. And we don't know where this thing going to go, barring injuries, like you say. But if everybody quarterbacks stand tall, because we all know at the end of the year, that's what's going to make the difference.
Right. Especially
who's got the healthy supporting cast
right.
with their quarterback. Cowboys sitting pretty, man.
The Cowboys quarterback can go toe-to-toe with Baltimore's quarterback.
Oh, I agree.
And so that, just for me, when I'm looking here at the wide,
but can their defense match up?
Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Which defense would be the best matchup?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the tipping point right there.
My issue is Baltimore at 3. I don't think Baltimore is a better football team than Dallas right now. They got the Rams at 4, Green Bay 5, Buffalo 6, then Dallas 7. I just think the Cowboys at 7 is wrong.
Oh, there's no doubt that's wrong.
The Cowboys are a top 5
Go through that again, brother.
This is
which one? The 7?
Pro Football Talk and NBC. It's Pro Football Talk NBC's poll. Arizona 1, Tampa 2, Baltimore 3. The Rams at 4, Green Bay 5, Buffalo 6, Dallas 7. The Cowboys are a top 5 football team right now.
I'm not going to argue with that. That's probably the worst.
So 5 or 6, you're good.
Yeah. But
what about you? Don't have us at 7?
The thing.
I'm asking you if you agree with the 7.
It's nothing but a poll. It's nothing but a poll.
No, I'm just asking
you. It's just
you
like
if you
the college
agree with the 7.
Okay. It's just like the college poll. Nobody knows, but as the season goes, we will find out.
Mm-hmm. We know this, but it's always
we're talking about right now.
It is a fun conversation.
Right.
We're just talking about right now.
That's
here,
right.
On October 19, I look at this poll. ESPN's, I say, fine. Where you got the Cowboys at 5. The Washington Post poll, I disagree with. They got the Cowboys at 6, and then they've got Green Bay at 1. And I don't think Green Bay can beat Dallas.
I don't see how the Rams are better than us. We're talking about based on who they played, how they played.
And I'm seeing the same games y'all seeing. I'm looking at the stars that y'all are talking about and the backups that y'all are talking about.
The Rams, all of them tanked the game. We did not tank one game.
It's so early in the season, man, so I haven't just went down and broke it down like you guys have, but I'm telling you, it don't matter. 7, okay, fine. I'm good with it, brother, because I'm telling you, after this break, boy, I hope we do another show together so I can help y'all. Really.
All right, I'm just going to sit up here and just look. These are the Rams' victories, okay? They beat Chicago. They beat Indianapolis. They beat Tampa at home. They beat Seattle. They beat the Giants.
Okay.
That's one team with a winning record that they beat.
Okay.
Tampa.
That's impressive, though. They beat them in Tampa.
No,
I thought you saw in Tampa.
No, that was in L.A.
Okay, that was in LA. There you go.
That was in L.A.
Okay.
So just looking at that, the Giants are what 1-5. Okay, Giants are 1-5
and sinking.
Indianapolis is 2-4,
maintaining.
Okay,
good win last week.
Chicago, they're struggling at 3-3. I go over here and I look at Green Bay. Okay, 5-1 football team. Got drilled by the Saints, beat Detroit, won last second against San Francisco because, once again, Kyle Shanahan has no clock management skills. I don't know what you complain about Mike McCarthy. Go ask.
Everybody hates
Go look at Kyle Shanahan, whose Niners are 2-3. They beat Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, we see right now, is in last place at 3-3. They escaped against Cincinnati in overtime, and then they drilled Chicago, who's a 3-3.
I own you, Chicago, but
I own you.
So I'm just sitting here just saying, I look at Baltimore, I look at Green Bay. You can't tell me those teams are better than the Cowboys.
And see here, based on what you just said, and Nate, here's all I'm saying. I am not overly impressed with them to where they should be up higher than the Cowboys because of the missteps that they've taken. He just pointed out 2 teams that have taken missteps that we haven't taken. Any misstep that we've taken, we still won the game. You see what I'm saying? And the one game that we lost, it was against the defending Super Bowl champ. Thursday night, we know how that went.
I feel you, man. I feel you like we used to do them fried turkeys, man. I feel you.
I'm just saying.
On Juneteenth, I feel you, baby.
That to me, based on what he just talked about, you don't see the Cowboys making those missteps and still losing. They make those missteps and they win. So to me, it means that they should have more credibility.
They're at 5 on average, right? They're at 5 on average, right? Am I correct? Or
they're more
6?
6 on average because it's 5 and 6 and 7.
And it's still good.
6.
It's still good.
All right, let's take our first break.
They barely missing the college playoffs. Don't worry about it. They barely missing. They got a few weeks to move up.
Let's hit our break. Should Lel Collins get his starting job back?
Oh, yeah, we need to talk about this.
Yeah,
Dak Prescott's calf strain. We'll dive into that. Trevon Diggs chasing Everson Walls. Let's get into a whole bunch of issues here on the Players Lounge as Nate Newton and Everson Walls fill in for Danny McCray and Barry Church. They're going to be off the rest of the week. I'm Newy Scruggs. This is DallasCowboys.com radio.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way. Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
Hey Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Download the official app of the Dallas Cowboys to get access to in-market game broadcasts, mobile tickets, daily podcasts, live pre-game, live post-game shows, game updates, and more. Download it all in the app or Google Play stores. That's the Cowboys app. This is the Players Lounge brought to you by Hotels.com. A little shift here for 2 days. We're still keeping it with players. So we got Everson Walls, we got Nate Newton, 2 former undrafted free agents who played for the Cowboys. Both men have Super Bowl rings on their fingers. Let's dive into the fact the Cowboys are on a bye, but Lel Collins is back. Should he get his job as a starting right tackle? Nate, I'll start with you.
Okay, let me say this first. Yo, guys, the power rankings ain't got y'all jumping off the cliff. I've saved y'all, right? Okay, I'll pull y'all back off. Okay, now back to the more important things. Let's don't play. See, let's don't play. You miss Gilmore and let him go to the Panthers. Let's don't miss on Lyle. Okay, this is our player, our All-Pro, Pro Bowl right tackle. Let's don't miss. Mm-hmm. This dude don't play.
I don't think he's made a Pro Bowl.
He should have. Last year, 2 years ago, he should have.
He was headed for it this year.
Yeah, so don't play. We act like we done ran up on some Super Bowls, some NFC Championship games. we just removed from having the worst defense in America last year. Okay, and this offense is what helps this defense do good. Even though Diggs is turning this thing over like he's doing, and Randy Gregory is finding his sea legs, let's don't fool it now. It's still an offense that's going to make this click. Mm-hmm. So you need to be able to have to be – now you're not forced into 13 personnel 60% of the time if you have Lyle. You can put an extra skill position guy there to say, So that's don't play. Lyle is your man at right. He gives his team attitude. He's their Eric Williams. Come on,
I agree with that. I didn't know he was so mean.
Yeah,
I did not know he had that kind of
hostility.
That kind of violence, man. Yeah. This guy, I saw him against Tampa. How well he played. He was headed for a Pro Bowl year, I think.
Right.
I don't know what the heck went down in regards to these tests, but when you talk about this team. The only way he might clash a little bit, this is a team full of high character. You got to show you got character on this squad. Even Zeke had to kind of calm down, say, look, you know what? I need to follow my quarterback.
Right.
I need to follow my Amari Cooper and these guys and be able to carry myself as a professional. Sometimes you just don't want any drama. And with Lyle Collins, every time we're looking up with this deal, there's some drama coming up about rumor this, rumor that, and what he did. Well, if we could just put all that behind us, when he comes back, he won't be Ben Simmons. He won't be tripping over his bottom lip in practice. I want to make sure when he comes back, he come back ready to play. And everybody's with open arms waiting on him. Man, he still needs to step right back into his starting position. There's no doubt about it.
Jerry Jones was asked about that on his show on 105.3 The Fan today, and the Cowboys Hall of Fame owner didn't say yes. Mike McCarthy was asked about it yesterday. He didn't just come out and say yes. I think they also want to respect what Terrence Steele has done.
And that's what I was going to ask you. What do you think about Steele?
I respect what he's done. And I respect that 13 personnel, and I respect all the extra help he's getting that my boy Lyle won't need.
Yes,
so
true.
You can do something else with these receivers, and you can do something else with these tight ends. I got to keep it real, man. I got to keep it real because, see, I got a mission after this. See, when we go 14 and whatever, or 13, I got flags to plant on people's stadiums, and I can't have you messing that up. I need Lyle.
You guys are former players, and this is just how I see it. He was your starting right tackle for a reason.
Yes.
He's a better player. You're going to get a better player back. Terrence Steele did an outstanding job. There were a lot of questions going in. He checked off all the marks, and he has done something that the Cowboys have probably spent the last 6-7 years trying to do, find a swing tackle.
There you go.
We saw Tyron Smith have to leave the game. When he left, New England, they started sending some heat, and you saw there were some challenges there. He gets back in the game, it helps. So, in my opinion, Collins goes back to right tackle. We got Tyron at left. Steele be on standby.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 17 games. They're going to play 11 games in a row after the bye week. So, hey, just be happy you have some depth.
I love the depth.
Man,
I love the depth.
Well, wow, Newy, you came with it. Yeah, I like that.
I love the depth. Like you say, he's our starting guy. He always was. We brought him here for that. We were lucky to get him in the first place.
I go back to when you played, when you had a backup like Kevin Gogan. Became a valuable piece.
Yes.
And then when you had John Geese.
Pro Bowl.
Yes.
John Geese, valuable piece who ends up in having to step in for Mark Stepnoski. I mean, you need that kind of depth along the way. That's what you need. People forget that Super Bowl 30 year, Larry Brown wasn't starting, sitting on the bench. It was Deion Sanders and Kevin Smith.
Pup went down.
Pup went down.
Was it Sunday night?
It was game one.
It was a Sunday night, if I'm not mistaken.
Game one.
Achilles.
And yes. And so you needed Larry Brown, who ended up getting the two
and you never gave Larry Brown a break, did you?
No.
When he made a play, you clowned him when he made a play.
He a nice guy, man. I ain't about them guys, man.
That was your boy to pick on. You enjoyed watching him do well because he was one of those guys everybody pulled for.
Wow. So I remember him coming to me, quick story. I remember him coming to me during training camp his first year. And he's like, man, I'm thinking about leaving, man, because now he was one of them guys. I'm doing this for my mama. I'm gonna build my mama a house and all that. And I told him, I said, son, I'm gonna tell you something. This ain't TCU. I mean, these dudes, they're gonna put it on you.
Yeah, buddy.
And And when you get a bad day where somebody done beat your head in, you ain't even think about your mama. You can be thinking about poor little old you. So you better decide whether you want to be
coming into
here.
that locker room.
You better decide whether you want to be
Charles
here.
Haley and Nate Newton.
Right.
After you done got toasted.
Hey.
And he decided, he looked at me kind of crazy.
Y'all out there hazing worse than fraternities, boy.
Yeah, but he made it. And he's a great businessman. He's a great businessman. He's doing well. He's
kids. Doing well by his kids and for other kids as well. Yes,
he's
no
great.
doubt about it.
Larry Brown. Wow.
Let's dive into Dak Prescott, the quarterback. Mike McCarthy yesterday met with the media and said, yes, it is a calf strain for Dak. Going to take the rest of the week off to get rested. Then on Monday, they'll reevaluate. Dak says, I'm going to be fine.
He always says that. He said that after he broke his ankle. I love him. I love him.
Knock on wood.
He good.
To quote John Gruden, knock on wood.
Yeah, I just hope that he's not one of those players that would hurt his team. You know.
Can I say something about the Gruden situation?
Go ahead. Say something about John Gruden.
Let me say something about the Gruden situation. I know my black people are going to be mad at me. They're going to be upset. Coach Gruden, this is from Nate Newton, the old fat guy. I hope you really don't feel what you've expressed in these emails. I forgive you, brother. I forgive you, man. I'm sorry you lost your job. This is what happens when you make mistakes of that magnitude. You a powerful man. But, brother, I hope you really don't feel that way. And whenever I see you again, I want to be able to hug you in brotherly love. Okay, Coach Gruden?
Well, here's the thing. You're going to have to forgive more than just John Gruden.
Yeah, I know.
Because a few other people out there that are covering their butts right now.
Yeah, they are.
It's too late to erase emails now because they're already out there.
But see, the thing about it is, I kind of knew Coach Gruden, and we always had a good relationship. I just didn't know he had some underlying issues like, diabetes and all of that. That's, you know what I'm saying?
This is the interesting thing because Chris Sims had talked about it on his podcast because Chris played for him at Tampa Bay. And John is the guy who, man, I love that. And you talking, man, Nate, I love you, man. Nate, you're my guy, man.
Yeah.
3 Super Bowls. Nate was a great guy, man.
Yeah.
Nate walks away. But then it's just John Gruden and Everson.
That fat ass.
Man, I would stab him. Yeah, but you know
he
what, bro?
He played for me. He was too slow.
Yeah.
That's what he do that.
He'll probably throw in some ethnic slurs. And,
So Sims,
he been eating too much fried chicken or something. There'll be something.
Eric Williams made him. Larry Allen was a hell of a better player. Nate, he just lived off these guys.
They did. They made me better.
But that's what he would say. So Gruden's he's notorious for doing that. Sims said he heard him at One Buck Place through a wall talking cash noise about him.
Oh man!
And then he said another.
But maybe he was just that guy. He was so insecure.
But that's the thing.
That's a lot of coaches.
But he
Go
was
ahead,
that.
Louis, but that's a lot of coaches.
And that's where because when Keyshawn, I know Keyshawn hated him.
Yes, he did.
And Keyshawn was that kind of guy where he operated on black folk code. Don't sit up here and tell me you like me and I hear you sitting here talking noise about me because then I got nothing to do with you. Because he was that way with Gruden. He's like he knew how he was. Like, man, don't come near me. Don't talk to me. And
they had that understanding.
Yeah.
I know what you're about. Don't come to me with that.
Everson, now you like that too.
Yeah, I know.
Like I said, it's that.
That's why I understand. Go ahead.
It's that black folks code, Right. John wants to come up here and say, "Oh man, I'm sorry." No, you over here, so stay over here. And that's what John was.
Yeah.
I mean, he ended up he told one broadcaster, that Derek Carr, man, he's such a.
Yeah.
And that's what the broadcaster told me.
Right.
That's what he said about Derek Carr.
No, that's documented. That's documented.
2 years ago.
Then he goes, I've been trying to tell you guys about him. This guy's an all-pro. This guy's my guy. Now all of a sudden things have changed. That was 2 years later.
And those emails revealed so much of
Coach Gruden.
You had this perception, and then the emails reveal the reality. But here's the thing for me: as I look at those emails, they're to Bruce Allen.
Yeah.
We don't know anything that Bruce Allen said back.
That's what I was talking about.
That is,
yeah. But I heard the Bruce Allen. See, you know what?
Look, if
I don't know Mr. Bruce Allen.
Okay.
I don't really know Coach no more because he wasn't the guy
that you thought
he was. But you know what? I'm still, I have a reserve for certain people. I got a reserve for him. And you know what? Maybe he won't change. And maybe when I see him, he probably say, yeah, I really said it and forget you. Oh, that's cool too. I still got Newy.
Let me tell you something, Nate. Let's just be real, guys. It's in everybody.
Me, you.
It's in everybody.
Yeah.
So let's just stop acting like, oh man, I would never say. Dude, it's in everybody. But you got to have the damn sense to know not to put it on the email. Let's just be real, guys. It's in everybody. And so just stop with, oh man, I'm not. There's not. What did he say? There was not a blade of racism.
There's not a racist bone in my body.
No, he said something about a blade, like a blade of grass or something.
Brothers.
He was really trying to break it down to where there's not one iota of racism in him. That is a lie. Okay. We all are visual. We all look at each other a certain way. I could think of a prejudice on you. You can look at me a certain way. But I'm not going to sit up here and disrespect you because of that. And I'm not going to sit and rant on that on an email. I'm going to keep that to myself or within my close group.
Okay.
But we are still going to respect
Was it
people
Lyle we was
as
talking
people.
about? Was it Lyle?
No, you the one broke off into this. Now you got me all fired up.
You wanted to go.
You broke into this.
I said,
so now you wanna quit?
not to Everson.
No,
to say
you
anything.
can't just.
I didn't want
don't
Everson.
isolate. Don't
I didn't
isolate.
want Everson
See,
to say
you can't do that.
I
now.
wanted Nate to say something.
No, you can't do that. It's the players' lounge.
It's the locker room, baby. This is the locker room.
I'm
like
sorry, Coach Gruden. You just got only one guy on your side in this room. Okay,
that's right.
we were actually talking about Dak and the calf strain.
Yes.
Reevaluates. That was
Dak's all right.
So
Dak's all right.
I'm just hoping it's okay. I want him just don't damage yourself even more. He's usually very smart, obviously, about rehab because of what he's going through. I think he'll be okay.
I think if there was something more, he wouldn't joke. He wouldn't joke because he knows the value of himself.
That's right.
So I'm quite sure he done said in his mind, and to Britt, and to Jim, and to all those guys, hey, man, before I go up here and do this little song and dance, because hey, what's the elephant in the room? I mean, he opened up, and if something wrong with this cat, man, Dak better be ducking because I'm coming for him. I may have some emails for Dak, I promise you.
You've got to pick a Pro Bowl team, 3 Pro Bowl quarterbacks. For the NFC.
Oh, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, bro. Please don't do me like that.
Boy, that is
don't
so
do
tough.
me. I'm not answering now.
So tough.
Kyler Murray.
That is
Tom
so
Brady.
Tough. Aaron Rodgers.
Matt Stafford.
Oh my God.
Aaron Rodgers.
But now, hold on. These same
Dak
Pro
Prescott.
Focus guys that's ahead of him.
It.
Stop
That's
that.
it.
Stop. You're going back.
I'm just naming. In the
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
It's a correlation.
Yeah.
It's no doubt about
I'm just naming them. So who are the 3? That's gonna be that. This is.
You talking about AFC and NFC?
No.
This is just NFC.
You talking about all pro?
This is just
I'm
we're talking Pro Bowl. So this is NFC.
Just 3 dudes.
We're not even talking Josh Allen. So take him out of there. Okay,
Right.
Take Buffalo out of there.
No, not Lamar Jackson. We're talking about him.
No
We're
Lamar
talking-
Jackson
no
either.
Patrick Mahomes.
No Mahomes.
I'm just talking right here in the NFC. I mean, Russell.
Dak took a picture with my wife doing the training camp.
Mine
Man, don't
too,
do this. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
She hugged all up on him with her fur coat on that I bought.
This is going to be.
My wife got more likes that week.
It's going to be a tremendous decision that's made here. And I expect
goodness, that
one
is
of the
tough.
quarterbacks to be in the Super Bowl, so that will open up another spot.
You got 4 that you just can't even deny.
Right.
You 4 that you can't deny.
Deserving. All day long. Deserving. Kyler Murray, right now, Kyler Murray, Tom Brady, Matt Stafford, Aaron Rodgers,
I'm not putting
Dak
Stafford
Prescott.
in there.
I'm just,
Even though that's saying a lot
deserving.
that you're not putting Stafford in there. That's saying to me.
That ain't right.
What? I'm just saying.
And here's what I'll.
That is what this thing was about. This power ranking.
This is where I'll push up back on you a little bit on Stafford. The head coach said, "I can't do what I need with Goff.
Oh, it's no
Go
doubt.
get me this guy. You get me this guy. I can do what I need to do." And you know what? They're a 5-1 football team.
Well, that says more about Goff than it does about Stafford.
I think it says both because I think Matt Stafford's had this type of talent for a long time. He was just in a really bad
there's
organization.
no doubt about that.
But
There's no
he's
doubt
playing.
about that.
We're talking about Pro Bowl. He's playing at a Pro Bowl level. All of the guys we mentioned are playing at a Pro Bowl level, and that's what I just brought up. Of who are the
How
3?
do you? Okay, at this point, they're looking at QBR, right? Is that the ultimate stat? Is that the ultimate category for a number 1 quarterback?
For me, it's wins and losses, and all of them 5-1.
So then, if all of them are 5-1, then you got to go to another
Murray's
right.
6-0.
Yeah. So I'm with Kyler. I'm talking. This is more along the Matthew Stafford thing.
I mean, this is just a fantastic.
So it's more the Matthew Stafford thing. So I'm looking at
fantastic argument.
I can't even. Man, Dak Prescott has second QBR, right? Second best QBR, I believe.
I don't know.
He 108. He averaged around 108.
I think Kyler's number one. I would have to just go by that. Once you have, if it's so close, you have to pick a criteria to break the tie. As far as I'm concerned, it has to be QBR. It has to be QBR.
I mean, you go back and think of what Dak was able to do this weekend. And Everson, you played for Bill Belichick. No one has ever thrown for that many yards, 445, against this man.
51 attempts, 38.
I mean, you look at I mean, he has been a machine this year.
And that was an off game. That was an off game for Dak.
Dak,
which is scary.
Finished the game with a 108.7 quarterback rating, his 39th career game with a 100 rating or better. That's the third most in NFL history through the first 75 career starts for a player. He scored that touchdown when he went over.
He scored.
That was a touchdown.
So
this is going to be a fantastic vote. And obviously there's a lot more football, but right here, October 19th, I look at these quarterbacks. I couldn't come up with just three.
You had a story about Matthew Stafford and that whole background. Mm-hmm. So based on background, I mean, Dak would really clearly be the best quarterback based on the story leading into this season. Just like you had the story about Matthew Stafford. I need this quarterback. I can't win with anybody else. He comes in, he does exactly what his coach said he would do. Dak coming from last year, hadn't played for 11 games.
Yeah.
Okay, not just the games, the amount of time in between, the off season. He comes back, hits the ground running. So does that make him number one? Aaron Rodgers, everyone's got their story. Aaron Rodgers, that's his own fault for not having any off season.
So let's go to the QBRs. Of your quarterbacks,
I think Dak has a number two QBR, if I'm not mistaken.
You know what, fellas?
It's going to end up being the people who the quarterback who plays on the biggest stage.
That's
with you.
The Dallas Cowboys.
I'm just saying, if you look at what Dak has played, I mean, he's had the CBS game, twice? He's had Monday Night Football. He had the opener. Everybody sees him. So that's why he's going to get the votes.
And he's with the Cowboys. Let's just face it. It's not just about ego. The Cowboys themselves, they're amongst themselves.
This is brilliant just because this is going to be a conversation, and it's going to reveal itself more and more. All right, we've got to get another break in here. Let's dive into a player that I think at this point in time is my hands down number one dude they will slap the franchise tag on if they can't get a contract done with him. We'll talk about it next on the Players Lounge. Everson Walls, Nate Newton, I'm Newy Scruggs. It's DallasCowboys.com radio.
Organic pumpkin smoothies are back at Smoothie King with at least 13 grams of protein each and 5 options to choose from. It's easy to find a favorite to help you reach your goals, like the new Keto Champ Pumpkin, packed with a whopping 23 grams of protein and 9 net carbs. It's a quick and nutritious meal on the go. So order online or through the app for pickup or delivery. And power up with pumpkin and protein. Official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys. Smoothie King. Rule the day.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way. Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
Hi, I'm Clint Tillison with United Ag and Turf. Before you can park yourself in front of the game, park yourself in a John Deere and power through your chores. Our Land Run package is a 1025R, 25 horsepower tractor with a loader, rotary cutter, and a box blade for $229 a month. And the price you see is the price you'll pay. No surprises. So don't miss another kickoff.
Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com. Offer ends February 1st, 2021. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Now let's get to work.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders making the team is back for another exciting season. Don't miss new episodes every Friday night, 9, 8 Central, only on CMT. You are in the Players Lounge, brought to you by Hotels.com. We're in the SWBC Mortgage Cowboys podcast studio. Nate Newton.
Still got mortgage.
We've got Everson Walls, 2 undrafted free agent players. Our other undrafted free agent players, normally on the Players Lounge, Barry Church, Danny McCrae. They're shifting around on different podcasts. We will do this today and tomorrow. Then we'll take the rest of the week off. So let's dive into Randy Gregory, who is a free agent after the season. You can look and talk about the 2 sacks that he had in the game, but one of the plays that Randy Gregory was a part of, which was critical in my opinion, was there was a touchdown negated because he was being held. Mac Jones threw a touchdown pass, and they're all celebrating.
Right.
Guess what? Holding. The man is doing everything that the Joneses were hoping he could do. There's so many names here. There's so many people we talk about. His name gets lost in the shuffle. Randy Gregory is playing the best football of his career. And if the Cowboys cannot get a long-term deal with him, you slap the franchise tag on. That'll be about $18 million. Your thoughts, Nate? Everson, what do you think?
Everson, you go
You
first.
know, this thing with Randy Gregory,
yes,
is more than football. I mean, this guy's going through a lot. You know, he's had his problems with, drug testing and he keeps getting pushed back. His progress keeps getting pushed back. And you just have to imagine, we always laud Dak Prescott on what he went through and how strong he is as a person to be able to come through that on the other end. You look at Randy Gregory, there's one thing when you got an injury, but there's another thing when it's coming from you. You have to fight yourself. You're your own biggest enemy. And this guy's come back through all of that when a lot of people would have given up. We're not talking about just 1 year. We're talking about a couple, 2-3 years where this man could have easily given up and people could have given up on him. And you could just imagine sometimes sitting up late at night by himself, thinking about what his life is going to be like about a year ago, 2 years ago. And now here he is, not just seems to be a whole person, but he's also balling. That's really the ultimate respect you have to give to a man who's been through a lot that really has nothing to do with football when nobody else can help you but yourself.
Perseverance, amazing perseverance.
That's it.
Yeah, it started, the Panthers game, he started coming on before that, but the Panthers game, he opened it up. And, last 2 or 3 games, I think he's had 4 or 5 sacks and multiple games twice. And so the holding, the kid is he's off the chain right now. And,
thank God for Quinn.
Knowing sometimes some of the people that he was connected with that was trying to help him get back, man, in some of the situation. When I just think, man, I'm not going to say anything because it wasn't brought to me that way, but some of the places he was, not only in his mind, but I'm talking about physical places he was, man. I'm like, if he can hold on, man, if he's got the right people around him, because you mentioned $18 million. Come on, man.
Guaranteed.
Please have the people in place, Randy, to help you help yourself. Because at the pace you're going to get to those 8, 9, maybe 10 sacks. You're going to continue to change games. Like, you not only got that holding, but they was moving that ball when he got that sack fumble. When is the last time we have had a player where we say, oh, man, if they score here, this could be a true dog fight? And he came around that edge and blistered this kid. And you saw when he made him fumble, it reminded me of Lawrence Taylor because the quarterback kind of stayed there like, what just happened?
Out of nowhere. He never saw him. He never saw him.
I'm looking at it, and I went to think what you was thinking. I'm like, we may have to pay this kid what he's been. So this ain't like Tank Lawrence. Oh, man, pay Tank Lawrence his money. Because when you get somebody $18 million, you start talking about face of the defense or face of the franchise. What has he been through? What is his history? Man, they go, help yourself, my friend. However you do it, help yourself. It's just more. It's more to him than that $18 million. You know.
And once again, certain things have to happen for you to take that next step.
Yes.
And Quinn coming here. Yes. Coach Quinn coming here, I think, was a godsend for him because this defense is made for him. This defense is made for Randy Gregory.
Yeah.
So Randy Gregory has an opportunity, in my opinion, to get even better because Tank Lawrence comes back. And teams are going to have to account for two guys. And you're going to have, once again, we talk about offensively, pick your poison. Defensively, they're going to have to pick their poison when it comes to these defensive ends and guys coming off the edge here. So,
and then Parsons will really grow.
And
because they'll move him strictly to linebacker, and he can really get back to growing.
The amount of pressure that they could create with those three players here is tremendous. And with Diggs playing the way he's playing back there, I mean, there's a lot of positives of what this defense could be.
It is.
So it's
like Nate said, they got to work on it. They got after this, they got to look at it because we're still giving up too many yards. Too many average.
Oh, so you did listen to what the greatness of Nate. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
And this gets back into getting more players back. Can you get a Neville Gallimore back? Is Tristan Hill going to return? I mean, just
yeah, we didn't even think about Neville. Neville is a kid that I think if he comes back the way he left, man, this defense can do nothing but improve.
This is the thing that's so funny is you forget about Neville, and there's Tristan Hill. 2 years, 3 years removed from being a second-round pick.
Yeah. Still waiting. Everybody's still waiting. That's the depth that we have, though.
When he went out last year, he was one of their better defensive tackles. So we talk about 11 games in a row after the bye here. You're going to need depth. So Britt Brown working to get these guys back. The Cowboys can have some reinforcements, especially in that middle, because you saw how New England attacked the Cowboys running the football right there. Get some guys there.
Everybody
can help you there.
Yeah.
Also, Odighizuwa, who we've all looked at and said, man, what a really good rookie year. When I was at training camp, Nate, you and I were there.
Yeah.
He was strictly a backup. Nobody was thinking of him in that fashion because Gallimore was playing that well and Watkins was playing that well. So I look at this football team and say the pieces that are coming back here, they have an opportunity to get better. All right, guys, that flew by real quick.
Yeah, it did.
That flew by real quick.
We don't have nobody.
I want to say this quickly. I'm glad that I was able to pull you guys off the cliff over some power rankings. And then it took Everson the whole show to acknowledge that I was right. So not to brag on myself.
I didn't say you were correct. I just said I agreed with you on a point. That's all, just a point. Overall, though, no.
See, Nate, what I did there as a host,
right,
is I took something I didn't tell either one of you about, and I knew it would be engaging.
Okay. Oh, you're great.
It's engaging.
You're great.
I knew we would have debate and discussion.
We have an award-winning.
That's all it was designed to do. And you two fell right into the spider's
award-winning
web.
podcast.
And gave me a whole segment on it. That's how you knock it out. We'll be back tomorrow, 1:30. Okay.
Us again?
1:30.
Us again, baby.
Yes. Be our last show.
You know what? Send me a itinerary because I don't want to go through this again.
So you can know what not to be on, what show not to be on.
Nate Newton, Everson Walls, I'm Newy Scruggs. Thanks to Chris Beam, William, everybody who's been a part of this.
I love y'all.
We appreciate it. And remember, watch all the great podcasts right here on the DallasCowboys.com radio network.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?